Hi Libra, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 29th of September until the 5th of October. If you like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now let's see what the universe has in store for you guys this week. So Libra, universe, highest possible source, please tap into Libra's energy for the 29th of September until the 5th of October. Let's see their weekly energy that's coming up for them. Libra. Okay, so there we have them. All right, so present moment card is the Page of Cups. I think you got that for you this week too. I don't know. It wasn't the present moment, I'm pretty sure, but you got this card for sure. I think it was in your subconscious actually, or your foundation energy. And being crossed by the Emperor. So a little issue with authority there. It could be that you have issues, for example, with your boss, or maybe that you are in a leadership position and you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable in that state or in that role, in that sort of theme right now. So we're going to see what that's about. Then you have the Two of Cups here in your crowning, your conscious mind. And in your subconscious mind, we have the Eight of Cups. So leaving something behind, walking away from something that doesn't serve you there. And then we have the Star, which is all about healing. That's in your recent past and in your near future. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe a new job for you guys. Maybe you're leaving behind that because it's just like your work is not serving you anymore. There's definitely some newness there when it comes to the material world. So we're going to see. And then we have a little bit of anxiety here. The Nine of Swords. This is in your suggested approach. It's not that the universe is saying that you should be anxious though, but we're going to get to that. And then let's see here. We have the Fool and your surrounding energies and what you need to know. So that's you again, leaving behind something and stepping into something new. In your hopes and fears, you have the King of Swords. And in your potential future, we see the Ten of Wands. It has been coming out a lot this week for a lot of signs. I think this is the 4th time that I'm seeing this card doing these spreads today. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card for you guys. So, all right. Okay, so let's see here. Let's just jump right into it. So Libra, Page of Cups. Page of Cups at the center. That's really good. That's very soft. That's like a very romantic, like a little bit dreamy energy that you have going on here in your presence. So yeah, it's very like fluttery, tender, like open-hearted, you know. Could be a start of a crush. Could be a spark of inspiration here. And yeah, or even like an emotional message from someone that just catches you a little bit off guard. So it's very playful. It's a very playful space. It's a very vulnerable space here. And it's reminding you to stay open to that and stay open to wonder. So I think that there might be someone new coming in here. It's like a small little gesture, but it's like you can definitely notice that there's a little bit of flirtiness going on there. So yeah, for sure, for sure. It's a fun energy. Definitely a fun energy. And it is your element because you are very flirty naturally. So this is you being at the top, you know. This is great for you. And then you're crossed by the Emperor. So I think there's a little bit of a tension here between you staying soft and like imaginative, but also dealing with boundaries and structure here. And I think there's a little bit of pressure to sort of grow up and fit into more rigid expectations when you just want to be in this energy, this very playful, where you just follow your heart, you just let it wander. So I think that, yeah, there might be that, you know. Also could be that you are in a leadership position, for example, and you're having a little bit of distractions right now, a little bit of trouble with your own authority there, you know, and just being a little bit of a people pleaser. You're not feeling very strong in yourself in order to lead, you know, and in order to assert yourself here. But definitely there is a problem there with feeling a little bit rigid right now. So just have that balance, you know, and just honor your feelings, but also don't lose your like sense of self-discipline here. And then crowning here, you have the Two of Cups. So again, very romantic card, all about partnerships, all about connections. So this is going to be very front and center for you this week, you know, having that, yeah, sort of like mutual understanding between you and your person here. So definitely you're craving a bond that feels very equal here and very emotionally resonant to you. And likely it's romantic. I think for some of you it could be platonic, but if I feel that in most cases this is going to be a romantic sort of flirty energy that's coming in here. Could be an older one too, but definitely I think this is activating now. This is a new thing, the fact that it's kind of being more out in the open and you're being like, you're noticing it and you're noticing yourself doing it too. And it's making you get a little butterfly. So this is a nice energy for you to be in. It's very good. And then 8 of Cups here at the foundation. So deep down, you know you walked away from something that didn't nourish you anymore. So this is likely an old pattern here. Like you had to close off that chapter, and could be a relationship too with someone here. So this departure has created space for this, for something that is a little bit more aligned with you here. Because yeah, tells me that, especially with the star here too, that you've been through a struggle here, but now you're coming out of that. You're finally coming out of that. And I do know that because I've been doing your readings all summer and I know you've had a tough time. And now you're finally in a space where you're being able to breathe out and just enjoy yourself again and have fun and flirt and just do the things and just like feel sexy again, feel beautiful again, just, you know, feel appreciated, feel seen. And yeah, this is a good week. This is a good week. And this was a necessary thing for you to do. I don't know if it was handled well, but however, it was handled, you know, it was handled at least. And now why I'm saying that is because you've had a tough time here. So likely it wasn't handled well. And that's why it took such a long time for you to recover from this. But you're at this point now where you have finally recovered, and now you're getting the rewards from that with the spread here and the star here. So that's, again, that's hope, and that's just healing. That's feeling very renewed, you know, so feeling restored. So you've been moving through that phase already in the recent past here. So yeah, that's you letting your optimism just return after these difficult times that you've been going through this year. So the star feels like a reminder that the universe hasn't forgotten you and that you have done the work, and now you're finally being able to get the rewards for that, you know. So very good, very, very good, Libra. Finally, I'm seeing like a really, really nice spread for you. So yeah, this is the start of something great this week. So definitely like end of September till the beginning of October, like very, very good month for you guys. So all right, so Ace of Pentacles here in the near future. So again, very good. Like this is a solid new opportunity for you. Could be like a new job or just a promotion, something like fresh that is a new start when it comes to your career and your finances here, because this is about like material life, right, when it's Pentacles. So yeah, it feels like it's a grounded, very tangible step in that direction. And it could also be in this relationship here where this is a very more like stable, grounded like relationship that feels very promising here. So yeah, again, wow, very, very good spread for you guys. And so we have that suggested approach, 9 of Swords. So that's where there's still a little bit of difficulty, as well as the 10 of Wands there. So 9 of Swords is about that, you know, you're still leaning into the fear a little bit, you know, and you're still noticing that you're not being able to entirely get rid of this past situation here. So you're kind of still losing sleep, you're kind of still overthinking that, you're kind of just in your head about what you could have done differently. And I get it, you know, it's good that you're having those thoughts. It's good that if you did something wrong here, that you are taking the active steps towards, you know, feeling empathy for the person maybe that you hurt, or if it's someone that hurt you, that you are also feeling empathy for what caused them to do that, what circumstances put them in the position of being so traumatized that they acted out in the way that they did here. But you are kind of in a space of doing that a little bit too much. That's what I'm sensing here with this card. So there's still a little bit too much anxiety here going on, especially at night times where you're focusing a lot on your worries directly. And yeah, it's kind of making this whole beautiful process here a little bit difficult, because you are quite distracted by this still, you know. So just don't let your anxieties fester, you know, just give them air and allow them to exist there if they're still unprocessed, but just don't let them take up too much of your energy here, because I still do feel that there is quite a bit of pain lingering there, and it's most likely in regards to regret. That's what I'm sensing. And so, all right, we have the Fool here. So what you need to know, surrounding energies. So that's a very fresh chapter, again, that's waiting for you here. And it's going to require you to be courageous, you know. So you don't know exactly what this means. It's not at all mapped out for you, but you have to trust that you're going to be supported. And if you're going to just have to take that step forward, you know, but you're going to be supported by it. And this is a beautiful energy here. So this is good for you. This is something that is good for you. And like I said, you've done the work, so you do definitely deserve the rewards here, and just to finally be able to leave this headspace here. So, but I know that it's scary, and especially if you've been a little bit traumatized from the situation in the past, but it's encouraging you to actually take that step, and that it's gonna be fine. And then we have a hopes and fears, the King of Swords. So yeah, like you're hoping for fairness here, like you're Libra, right? So I think that's a usual pattern for you. You want the clarity here, and yeah, like you want to be able to make good, like wise decisions here. But sorry guys, I just got a phone call. I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. So okay, so where was I? I was talking about the King of Swords. Yeah, so there's a fear position here as well. So it's not just a hope, it's also a fear, which I think is to do with just being judged, you know. And you don't like to be misunderstood here. So there is definitely a little bit of a struggle with that. And I think that you're having some issues with authority right now. Yeah. You're having some issues with just asserting yourself, and you feel like, yeah, I don't want to step on any toes. I don't know how this person is gonna react to this, the thing that I'm saying, so you just don't say anything, and that leaves a lot of space open to be misinterpreted here. And I think that's becoming quite a bit of a stress for you guys, where you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to start doing that, even if it's painful. Even if you hurt someone, at least try to come from a place where you do have empathy for them and you do understand them, but at the same time, yeah, you have to go with yourself and your heart here. So if you need to set those boundaries, then do so, you know. And it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You can still be there to support them, you know, but just don't shut yourself down and just leave all the things out in the open to be interpreted as the person wants to interpret them, because you're kind of leaving the situation a little bit unclear. So yeah, I feel that there is definitely an issue with that. And then 10 of Wands here. So again, this is like I said, it's a little bit heavier, this energy, like literally, where I think you have a lot, like lots and lots and lots of responsibilities and burdens right now that you're managing as you're building this new path forward here. So the key here is to not carry more than you need, you know. So even if you're having authority issues, like be brave, just delegate and just ask for help, you know, so that you can release things to other people and they can help you out, so that you don't have to carry this alone here. And then at the bottom of the deck you have Death. So that's a very powerful transformation that's beneath everything, and it's like an old phase that's ending so that something more authentic can begin for you here. So that's the undercurrent here for sure. And this is a way better future for you. This is a lot of potential in this spread here. So just trust the process, because it's clearing space for a life that's gonna fit you way better. So tying together here this week, like, yeah, you're being asked to just stay open-hearted, even while navigating these issues here with structure and authority. And there is a meaningful connection waiting for you here. So yeah, and it's definitely on your mind too. You're thinking a lot about it. And you're supported by the courage that it took to leave what wasn't serving you here, and also the healing that you've done with the Star. And yeah, there's definitely promising opportunities that are emerging for you, but you're gonna need to face your worries, and you're gonna need to lead with very clear, honest communications, you know. And also be mindful of your load here. And remember that this transformation is gonna open up the way for a more aligned future for you. Alright Libra, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope that this reading resonated with you, and if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you in the upcoming week, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Okay, bye!